Good evening and welcome to the News Hour Agenda. I'm Madhadas Gopalakrishnan. In a major success, the UP ATS has busted a ring of the Al-Qaeda in the state. Now, this is a ring where the UP ATS says was planning attacks in the run-up to the 15th of August. They've also gone ahead to say that it was Hindu worship sites that include Ayodhya, Varanasi and Mathura that were on target of this terror group. They even claim that during the interrogation, these alleged arrested have in fact confirmed that they are indeed Al-Qaeda operatives who are now accepting their links. Now, clearly, at a situation like this, one would expect that there would be no politics, but that's not what's happening in UP. First, listen to what the cops are saying, and then we'll get you what the politicians have had to say on this entire episode.
नहीं, बहुत गंभीर इशू है और बहुत बड़ी चुनौती है और हमें सजग रहना पड़ेगा। अलकायदा एक विश्व का जाना माना आतंकी संगठन है और उसका स्लीपर सेल के बारे में सूचना तंत्र डेवलप किया गया था और फिर उसके बाद ये कल 2 लोग उनके पकड़े गए हैं, लेकिन अभी काफ़ी काम इसमें बाकी है।
जो सूचनाएं इनिशियली हम लोगों को मिली थी उसको काफ़ी सूक्ष्मता से अध्ययन करके उसको डेवलप किया गया और उसके बाद से ही ये जो मॉड्यूल है उसको कल ध्वस्त किया गया और जिस तरह की चीज़ें इन 2 व्यक्तियों से मिली हैं उसका पोटेंशियल अगर किसी महत्वपूर्ण जगह पे अगर ब्लास्ट हो जाता तो बहुत सारी जानें जा सकती थी।
Decided was that they have to immediately arrest them because there was a chance that they could have led to a major incident. And explosives have been found. A pressure cooker sort of bomb has been recovered. Illegal weapon has been recovered. So the police is now continuously monitoring the case and trying to get all the leads to the entire issue. The 2 persons who have been arrested, they were clearly in touch with Al-Qaeda.
Now, one would think that such a major preemptive strike would have earned the police some accolades, but that's not what's happening. Several opposition parties have questioned the motives of this entire episode. In fact, some opposition parties have gone as far as to link this with next year's polls in the state, saying that this is just a bit to polarize. Listen to these reactions.
मैं उत्तर प्रदेश की पुलिस पर और खासकर बीजेपी की सरकार भरोसा नहीं कर सकता।
अलकायदा जैसे आतंकियों को पकड़ के, वरना क्या होता उत्तर प्रदेश में, कहां कौन सा हादसा हो जाता। इसका मतलब है कि हमारी एजेंसियां सतर्क हैं। आदरणीय योगी जी के नेतृत्व में बहुत अच्छी सुरक्षा व्यवस्था है प्रदेश में, लेकिन ये वो लोग हैं, हम समाजवादी पार्टी से यही उम्मीद कर सकते हैं जो उन्होंने कहा कि हमें उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस पर भरोसा नहीं है, तो इन्हें आतंकियों पर भरोसा है।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is Sanju Verma, spokesperson of the BJP. Shahzad Poonawalla is with us, political analyst. Also with us on the broadcast is Abdul Razak Khan, political analyst. Sujata Paul and Vivek Srivastava, also analysts who are with us. But I first and foremost want to go across to Anurag Bhadoria, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, and begin by asking him, Anurag ji, अब ऐसा है जहां तक समाजवादी पार्टी और टेरर से रिलेटेड जो केसेस हैं, सिमी की बात करें और इंसिडेंट्स की बात करें, ये बहुत कंट्रोवर्शियल इस तरह की स्टेटमेंट्स देने की आदत रही है आपके टॉप लीडर्स की। और एक बार फिर ऐसे समय में जब पुलिस और एटीएस कह रही है कि अयोध्या, मथुरा और काशी में एक प्लॉट था जहां पे इस तरह की टेरर अटैक या हमला किया जा सकता था और उसको उन्होंने बस्ट किया है, तो पुलिस को और एटीएस को इसके लिए कंग्रेचुलेट नहीं करना चाहिए। उसके बजाय पॉलिटिक्स इस तरह की जा रही है, राजनीति इस तरह की जा रही है। अनुराग जी,
राजनीति नहीं करनी चाहिए। जहां तक उत्तर प्रदेश की पुलिस का, अब मैं बात पूरी कर लूं फिर आप टोक लीजिएगा। जहां तक उत्तर प्रदेश की पुलिस और प्रशासन का मामला है कि आपने देखा कि उत्तर प्रदेश के पंचायती चुनाव में और ब्लॉक प्रमुख के चुनाव में किस तरह से आतंकी माहौल बना रखा था। पुलिस प्रशासन के सामने महिला का चीरहरण होता रहा, बम गोलियां चलती रही, अपहरण होता रहा, पर्चे छीने जाने लगे, जबरदस्ती समाजवादियों पर एफआईआर होती रही, बुलडोजर उनके घर पे गिराया गया। तो ये पुलिस और प्रशासन भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता की तरह काम करता नजर आया और उन्होंने ये पुलिस पर जो उत्तर प्रदेश की पुलिस है ये सारा समय तो ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जिताने में लगी रहती है, समाजवादियों के ऊपर एफआईआर करने में लगी रहती है। तो यहाँ पे कैसे उनको पता चलेगा कि 4 साल से एक गैरेज में इतने लोगों से, इतने दिनों से वो टेररिस्ट अगर मान लिए जाए, टेररिस्ट है तो गैरेज चला रहे थे और वहाँ पे 4 जो कहते सूटकेस वहाँ पे वहाँ पे कहते गोला बारूद ही पहुंचा हुआ था, तो क्या पुलिस, लोकल पुलिस को, एलआई को पता ही नहीं चला? पुलिस की इस बात की भनक ही नहीं पता चली? वहाँ का लोकल जो थाना इंचार्ज है या वहाँ का जो बीट ऑफिसर, वो क्या कर रहा था? इसके मतलब आपने पुलिस को समाजवादियों
अनुराग जी,
रखा है, उनको
अनुराग जी,
उत्तर प्रदेश की पुलिस को पंचायती चुनाव बात है।
अनुराग जी, आप सवाल उठाइए। अनुराग जी, एक सेकंड, अब मेरी बात सुन लीजिए। मेरा आपसे सिंपल सवाल यह है कि आप प्रशासन के बारे में सवाल उठाएं, आप पुलिस के बारे में सवाल उठाइए, आपको पूरा अधिकार है, लेकिन जहां तक राष्ट्र की सुरक्षा की बात है, जहां तक टेररिज्म की बात है, और यही पुलिस है जिसने इस प्लॉट को अल्टीमेटली बस्ट किया है। अगर कोई हमला हो जाता, कोई अटैक हो जाता, तो आप इसी सरकार को दोषी ठहराते।
यही तो मेरा सवाल है कि 4.5 साल से क्यों सो रहे थे आप? क्या आपकी लोकल पुलिस क्या कर रही थी? एलआई क्या कर रही थी? अगर ये हो जाता तो कौन जिम्मेदार होता? तो आपने तो पुलिस प्रशासन को तो समाजवादियों के पीछे लगा रखा है, चुनाव जीतने में लगा रखा है। उसके बाद खुश होकर कहते महाराज खुश हुए, लड्डू बांटने जाए, यहाँ ढोल नगाड़े बजाए जाए, महिलाओं का चीरहरण करके, बम पिस्तौल चला के हमने यहाँ पे अपहरण कर लिया। किसका? लोकतंत्र का अपहरण करके हमने यहाँ पे तानाशाही स्थापित कर दी। उत्तर प्रदेश में आप लोकतंत्र का अपहरण कर रहे हो पुलिस और प्रशासन के माध्यम से। यहाँ पे लोगों के ऊपर में आप यहाँ पे
अनुराग जी, मैं बस इस पूरे मामले में केवल एक ही सवाल है कि जहां तक हमारे एटीएस फोर्सेस की बात है, कानूनी तौर पे आप भी जानते हैं उनको एम्पावर किया गया है टेररिस्ट के खिलाफ एक्शन लेने को, और हर एक स्टेट में, केवल यूपी में नहीं, देश के हर एक स्टेट में। बट इन एनी केस आई थिंक देयर इज अ स्मॉल डिफरेंस ओवर देयर, बट आई विल अलाउ संजू वर्मा टू कम इन नाउ एंड रिबाट यू. Sanju Verma, you heard Mr. Anurag Bhadoria. He says that the government was waiting for the past 4 years. What did not take action earlier? That is the question that he is posing to you. Please respond to that.
उनसे पूछिए कि 4.5 साल तक पुलिस क्या कर रही थी? भारतीय जनता पार्टी।
Sanju Verma, I think you have not unmuted your audio. Could you please unmute your audio and go ahead? All right, there appears to be some technical problem. We'll just try and fix that. Shahzad Poonawala, do you want to come in meanwhile and respond to Anurag Bhadoria?
Look, this is not surprising कि फिर से एक बार राजनीति हो रही है, राष्ट्रीय नीति पर, नेशनल इंटरेस्ट के ऊपर वोट बैंक इंटरेस्ट को रखा जा रहा है। एंड दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम अखिलेश यादव हैज डाउटेड द वैक्सीन, he has doubted कि पुलवामा भारत में पाकिस्तान ने करवाया था, he has doubted सेना ऑन सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक, he has doubted the UP police, the same UP police by the way।
जनता की समस्या की बात होगी,
अनुराग जी प्लीज अपनी साइकिल को ब्रेक लगाइए।
आप गलत बोल रहे हैं।
अनुराग जी अब दूसरों को भी बोलने का मौका दीजिए प्लीज। अनुराग जी 6 लोग हैं इस डिबेट में, प्लीज आपको मौका दिया जाएगा, अनुराग जी ऐसे डिबेट नहीं हो सकती। मैं आपको म्यूट, अनुराग भदौरिया दूसरों को भी बोलने का मौका दीजिए। शहजाद गो अहेड।
Now, Akhilesh Yadav, he says that he will doubt the UP police. The same UP police is giving police protection even to Mayawati and to Akhilesh Yadav as former chief minister. Will he withdraw his police security? This is not now he's talking about track record of UP police. By the way, Akhilesh Yadav said Batla encounter was fake. He doubted the Batla encounter. And the courts, you know what they have said about the Batla encounter. So what is Akhilesh Yadav's track record? He has always played the politics of appeasement on this kind of issue. And finally, they are saying कि election है इसीलिए कार्रवाई की जा रही है. So what do they mean? They mean that if the elections are there, we should not catch terrorists. What happened 26/11 had happened before an election? Does that mean you link 26/11 to elections? Rajiv Gandhi had been killed by terrorists during an election period. Does that mean we link Rajiv Gandhi's death by terrorists to elections? And if elections are held and because of that terrorist activity should not be curbed, that means we should let go of all these terrorists. Today, the only question that needs to be answered by Mr. Anurag Bhadoria is that like Batla encounter was politicized, is this not an attempt to again politicize action on terror? और अगर कल ये आपराधिक अगर ये आतंकवादी हमला हो जाता तो who would have been held responsible?
I want to bring in other guests now. Anurag ji आपके पास मैं आऊंगा 2 मिनट में, but let me quickly get in some words from other guests as well. Sujata Paul is also with us. Yes, I'm coming to you, Sanju Verma. I want Sujata Paul to respond to the question that has been raised by Shahzad Poonawala. At the end of the day, we are a country where we have lost not one but at least 2 prime ministers, chief ministers of states due to terrorism. terrorism. It doesn't matter what kind of terrorist or which ideology the terrorist subscribes to. At the end of the day, if there is somebody who's picking up the gun, there is an empowerment that has been given to these anti-terror squads, Sujata Paul, to take action as per law, which has been done in this particular case. And the UP police comes out and says that they've recovered incriminating material from these individuals. So why do we so quickly politicize all of these issues? These are very, very serious issues of national security that surely we should not allow politics to enter into.
That is because the Bharatiya Janata Party wants these issues politicized, Otherwise, why is it that there is a pattern? For 4.5 years, nothing was happening. If you remember, demonetization happened because terrorism would end. US moves out of Afghanistan, Taliban steps in, but none of the bordering states have any of these terror activities happening. But the Al-Qaeda crow flies into Uttar Pradesh. I mean, what is happening? How do you trust that police, which behave like terrorists themselves, terrorizing people, candidates of a democratic process? That is the reason why people are not being able to trust them. And of course, if there is a terrorist,
Sujata Paul, I just addressed this issue with Anurag. I'm saying, calling the ATS, which is actually response to, or actually got the responsibility, it's been tasked with actually cracking down on terror. You're saying that they are acting as terrorists. This is a distinction that I'm trying to draw. One has politics, there is criticism that will come the way of the police. But surely in such actions, we should keep our politics above that. This is exactly the point I'm trying to make.
No. I'm talking about, how the police behave. So the ATS is also formed from amongst the police, and that is why today the situation is, hey Ram, muh mein Ram aur bagal mein chhuri to nahi hai. There is a trust deficit, and this government wants that there should be Hindu-Muslim, because the next thing that you will hear is that Yogi Adityanath was also under target, because these are, this is a pattern, and I hope not. I just hope that none of these things happen. I just hope that none of the religious institutions are under target of any terrorists. If there are terrorists, punish them. But getting a pressure cooker and saying that there was a pressure cooker bomb, what was the LIU doing, sleeping? Can I come in, Madhav?
All right, yeah, Sanju Verma.
Madhav, I heard everybody very patiently. Now I need to make some points uninterrupted. First and foremost, मुंह में राम बगल में छुरी कभी टेरर अटैक के साथ नहीं जाती है. अल्लाह अकबर नारा तकबीर करके लोग बॉम्ब लगाकर मक्का, मदीना, ब्रसेल्स, बेल्जियम, फ्रांस, इटली, मैनचेस्टर सब जगह अटैक करवाते हैं. तो राम का नाम बदनाम मत करो. और कांग्रेस तो राम द्रोही रही है. आपको राम की आस्था के बारे में कोई जानकारी नहीं है, इसीलिए राम का नाम लेकर राम की आस्था रखने वालों को बदनाम मत करो.
भी वही बोला था क्या मैडम?
Madhav, either you allow me to speak uninterrupted or I will leave the debate. You did not allow me to interrupt.
Okay, let her make a point.
Allow me to interrupt, Madhav.
Okay.
I will leave
I'll come across to you. All of you. So, Sujata Paul, you made your point. 1 second.
I will leave
One second, Sujata Paul. And in fact, Mr. Rahman.
Time.
Yes, go ahead. Make your time. Make your point. Go ahead.
Yes. So please ensure others don't interrupt me, because you don't allow me to heckle others. I hope you will ensure that the debate is moderated. Thank you.
Yes, I just stopped them from heckling you. Please go ahead.
Thank you. First and foremost, ये जो आकर यहाँ राम का नाम बदनाम कर रहे हैं, मुंह में राम बगल में छुरी. सुजाता पॉल, तुमसे तो तुम लोग राम द्रोही हो, कांग्रेस वालों. आपने तो राम की आस्था पर सवाल खड़े किए थे. You said Ram does not exist, Ram Setu does not exist. तो आप और आपकी पार्टी के लोग, आपको राम के बारे में बोलने का कोई हक नहीं बनता है. तो स्टॉप लेक्चरिंग पीपल ऑन राम की आस्था. वी डोंट क्वेश्चन फ्लाइंग हॉर्सेस एंड 72 हूड्स. एनीवे, लेट मी कम टू द मेन टॉपिक. समाजवादी पार्टी सेड कि अखिलेश यादव जी तो बहुत बिलीव करते हैं नेशनल सिक्योरिटी में, बट ही फोर्स्ड टू क्वेश्चन द bona fides of the police, because what was the NIA doing for the last 4.5 years? Let me tell you, in the last 18 months alone, from across the country, be it a lone wolf attack in Murshidabad, a lone wolf attack in Coimbatore, or lone wolf attacks in Tamil Nadu. Just go and read what is there in the public domain on the Ministry of Home Affairs and Defense Ministry's website. The NIA has arrested more than 176 people. Many of them are charge-sheeted, and they will stay in prison for good. So first and foremost, don't second-guess the bona fides of the NIA. Second point, don't guess and don't underestimate the good intent of the UP police. Don't try to delegitimize the police action against terror elements by coming here and trying to delegitimize what the UP ATS did, or what the UP DGP did, or what the UP SPF did. I think there can be nothing worse than that. Third point, you say that we are doing it to gain political brownie points. अरे भाई, आप तो शुतुरमुर्ग की तरह जमीन के अंदर अपना सर रखकर आप बेखबर हो आपके आसपास क्या हो रहा है. What is today the political or the moral capital of the Congress and the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh? In the Zilla Panchayat Pramukh elections, we won 67 out of 75 seats. 1 minute. Which is a strike rate of more than 89%. Congress was reduced.
We're going to come to that point. We're going to come to that point. But I want to bring in Abdul Razak Khan and Vivek Srivastava, who have not yet spoken on this. Abdul Razak Khan, simple question to you is this. 1 second, simple question. Simple question to you, Abdul Razak Khan. There is a problem over here. The problem over here is that the BJP has repeatedly accused the Samajwadi Party of trying to pander to a certain sentiment when it comes to Uttar Pradesh, not only when they're in power, but also when they're out of power. And that is exactly the line in which Akhilesh Yadav's statement, and that even of Mayawati and others, is being seen. That this is being done with a particular positioning that is being done by these political parties ahead of polls.
The irony is, Madhav, the irony is, elections should be fought on real issues. These kind of things just crop up 6 months close to a very serious election, which would have a direct impact for the 2024 general elections. The largest state of our country is going to General Assembly elections. In this scenario, the ATS, the NIA, everybody wakes up. Why do these people get activated just about 6 months to a serious election? What were the intelligence agencies doing of the state, of the country? Where are the real issues? What happened to the farmers' income doubling? Look at the current scenario, Madhav. The kind of mismanagement that they have done when it comes to COVID. The kind of prices being raised on each and everything. Look at the fuel prices. People are not happy with UP Sarkar, not even with Modi Sarkar. That is the reason why these kind of issues crop up. Let me tell you what happened to so many cases that where people were arrested under terror charges. You know what? Let me tell you, since 2016 to 2019, there were so many cases registered under terror charges. The conviction rate under UAPA
How
is
many
just
cases?
2.2%.
No, give me facts.
What does it
Abdul
mean?
Razak Khan.
98% of the people arrested are on false charges. They were not charge sheeted.
Okay. I don't know where you're getting your data from. I don't know where you're getting your data from, but I'm going to give Sanju Verma a chance. It was a very, very important charge that you're making. I hope you have facts to back up your claim. Sanju Verma, he claims 98% people have been acquitted. Please respond to him.
I have facts. I'm talking sense.
I want to rebut, but please, I don't want to hear this background music from Abdul Razak Khan. Madhav, like I said, data is there on the Ministry of Home Affairs and Defense Ministry website. So you just need to collate that, and you need to have a little bit of common sense to put facts together. Abdul Razak Khan, let me tell you.
Madam, you need to refer to NCRB data. National Crime Records Bureau data.
I will not speak. Let him continue, Madhav, because you are not able to control the other panelists. Each time I speak, there is this background music. Let him speak.
Abdul Razak Khan, let him make a point. You can rebut her after that. Yeah, go ahead.
Crime Records Bureau.
Let him continue, because he is in no mood to speak.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, Abdul Razak Khan, please calm down. Let her make her point very quickly. Sanju Verma, yes, go ahead.
I want to say one thing. Who are the people today who are completely shattered that the UP police has actually busted the Al-Qaeda terror modules? These are the same people who have been for the past few weeks imploring, begging the Modi government, please forgive Fatima from Kerala, who had gone and become an ISIS operative, but has now, decided to return back to India. Please forgive her, because what she did, she knew not. So please, we do not want to hear your hypocrisy. Somebody like a Stan Swami, who was declared a Maoist rebel, had terror links with Maoists. You and your ilk actually have the audacity to glorify him as if he's some kind of a martyr. But when actual
Madam, I can give you a list of cases where people were acquitted and jailed
Shame on you.
after spending many
Your
Okay, let me put this question across to Vivek Srivastava as well. Vivek Srivastava, 1 second. It's a very important point you're making over there. Very important point you made over there, Sanju Verma. Let me put that question to Vivek Srivastava. Vivek Srivastava, at the end of the day, there is a problem over here of certain political parties who, want to take either a very liberal view or, want to even forgive those who have been accused of being associated with terror organizations or violent crimes. And I'm going to give you an example here because it was in Jan 2014 that the Akhilesh Yadav also attempted to withdraw cases against those involved in serious violence. They had earlier tried to withdraw cases against men accused of carrying out serial blasts in 2007, which was stayed by the court. So this is not for the first time that we are seeing such a position coming in. There are other cases of those who are in Afghanistan who was just being referred to by Sanju Verma. Why is there so much of politics around those who have picked up the gun? If you believe in democracy, surely we believe in those who subscribe by the ballot and not the bullet.
I'll tell you. Right, absolutely correct. Now, first of all, Honorable Defence Minister of the time, Mulayam Singh Yadav, it was he who signed the deal with the Chinese that we should not, so many kilometers across the line of control, let's not carry and fight with bullets. That is why even though we had a skirmish, the casualties on both the sides were reduced. Are you trying to tell me that Mulayam Singh Yadav was anti-national? Are you trying to tell me that Samajwadi Party is anti-national, Congress is anti-national, the Communists are anti-national? Is there only the Bharatiya Janata Party over here जिसने देश का ठेका ले रखा है? This is the wrong narrative. Everybody loves the nation, including the Samajwadi Party and its leader. You need to understand in what context people are saying things. We are saying it because we have had this observation. You labeled, let me speak now. Just shut up, Sanju Verma, and listen to me. You labeled,
okay,
you
calm
labeled
down,
the
calm down.
farmers.
Let's control our language. 1 second. Calm down. I'm requesting everyone to calm down. One second. Let's be careful of the language we're using here. One second. Okay.
It's my time.
All right. 1 second. Sanju Verma, you did not want others to interrupt you. Allow him to speak. He has waited 20 minutes. Let him make his point. I have to ask a simple question of Vivek Srivastava. Vivek Srivastava, please speak to the subject of terrorism. We are talking about politics over terrorism. We are not talking about strategic issues here. We are discussing terrorism and those who are speaking out in favor of those who are accused of terror. That's a simple point. Please stick to that. Let's address questions to me. Let's not address questions to other panelists.
Kindly give me adequate time. Kindly give me adequate time and ask her not to interrupt. Elgar Parishad was an implant to victimize people. Mr. Stan Swamy was not given bail, okay? And the social media pictures and images of him show an 80-year-old plus super senior citizen and his leg was chained to the bed in the hospital. This is what India is standing for today under Mr. Narendra Modi. Now the elections are approaching and 6 months are left. You will have riots. You will have, anti-terrorist squads, arresting people. There are going to be false charge sheets. And Abdul Razak Khan gave you the exact data, which I'm repeating. 98% of these people, they go scot-free. So you are basically using this excuse of terrorism to victimize a particular minority, scare the majority Hindu community into voting for you, and become the champions. This is the narrative they've been trying. They tried it in Bengal.
I'm just very curious, Vivek Srivastava, where does this 98% data come from? Over what period of time, over which cases?
National Crime Record
Where
Bureau.
does this data come from?
National Crime Record Bureau, kindly go and check it out.
Who the
Yes.
hell are you? Who the
UAPA
hell are you?
is being used to victimize
Okay.
people, sir.
Okay.
You are an
Victimize people of a particular community.
One
Because the
second.
RSS wants a Hindu
One
Rashtra
second. Please. Let's
and
calm down.
wants
Let's
a
calm down.
second-rate citizenship for
Let's
the
calm down.
Muslim
Sanju
minority.
Verma and Vivek, I want a response from Shehzad on this. Shehzad, 90% of people get acquitted. Your response to that?
Let me address some of the points Vivek has raised. He has said 98% don't get convicted. Let's take that on face value. I don't want to doubt Vivek Shiva. Isn't this a self-contradictory argument? Hear me out. If most of the people who are caught are acquitted by the courts, that means the judicial system is working properly. But I'm still saying that if 98% are acquitted, even 98% rapists are acquitted. So conviction rate in rape is also very less. Should we not calculate this? Should we say कि जो survivors इस पे आरोप लगाते हैं rape का, are they liars? Now point number 2. Hear me out fully, sir. Now second argument is that some people are saying, अरे election आ रहे तब आप कर रहे हो, 4.5 साल से क्यों नहीं पकड़ा? Madhav, अगर 4.5 साल पहले कुछ किया नहीं है तो कैसे जाके पकड़ेंगे? ये वही लोग हैं जो बोल रहे हैं निर्दोष को पकड़ा, फिर बोल रहे संजू वर्मा को 4.5 साल पहले क्यों नहीं पकड़ा? फर्स्ट याकूब मेमन हो सकती है, कुछ संजू वर्मा को कैच याकूब मेमन के लिए हो सकती है. When he did terrorism, then only she can catch him, no? And when he got convicted, what did these people say? याकूब मेमन is the हालात का मारा, अफजल गुरु हम शर्मिंदा है. ये कन्विक्ट होने के बाद भी इनके समर्थन में खड़े हो जाते हैं. Now final point, Madhav, to these people. Never called you or your party anti-national, but Vivek, which was the party whose general secretary or Politburo member wanted to give blood to our soldiers and then he was removed from his post? Which was the party which has done a deal with Chinese Communist Party? Which is a party which questioned surgical strikes? Which is a party that said Pulwama is done by homegrown terrorists? Which is a party that is saying that हमारी लीडर बहुत रोई थी फूट पे? And which is the party that disrespected President Sharma? Which is the party that is attacking the Mandela Fund? I'm done, sir. You talk. You tell.
Respond to that. Respond to those questions, Vivek Srivastava, because these are some very, very serious questions. Answers have not
you are
come for
talking
these.
about the Chinese Communist Party, yes, I'll answer all of them. The Chinese Communist Party does not have any clandestine deal with any party of India, whether it is the left parties or the Congress. Yes, party-to-party interactions take place. We interact with the Communist Party of Australia, Communist Party of America, Communist Party of Russia, and that is done. What's wrong in it? So do you. You have the friends of BJP lying in America which is funding you. What is wrong in it? एल्गार परिषद आपका इम्प्लांट है. आपको डर लगता है कम्युनिस्टों से. आप राकेश टिकैत को खालिस्तानी कहते हैं. आप राकेश टिकैत को खालिस्तानी कहते हैं. आप फार्मर्स को नक्सलाइट कहते हैं. आपका क्या है? आप तो सबको एंटी नेशनल कह दो. एक आप दूध के धुले हो. According to you, everybody is a Naxalite, everybody is a Khalistani. All farmers sitting on the borders of Delhi, they are Khalistanis. All Jats of Haryana and Paschim Uttar Pradesh, they are all Khalistanis. And if they are not Khalistanis, the BJP governments want to call them Naxalites.
I think we're veering away from this topic. One second. I think we're veering away from the topic at hand. I want to bring us right back to the issue at hand, which is what is happening in Uttar Pradesh and the politics around this unfortunate episode as far as a terror arrest is concerned. I want to bring back the Samajwadi Party spokesperson on that note. And Anurag Bhadoria ji, मैं आपको यहाँ पे मेरे पास बहुत सारे इंसिडेंट्स हैं, चाहे सिमी की बात हो, जो स्टेटमेंट्स आपके पार्टी के जो हेल्थ मिनिस्टर थे अहमद हसन जी, मैंने अभी कुछ दिन पहले वाराणसी ब्लास्ट के बारे में बात करी थी. इन सारे एपिसोड से कहीं ना कहीं ये झलकता है कि जहाँ तक टेरर के इशूज़ हैं उनमें भी पॉलिटिक्स और लोकल पॉलिटिकल कंसर्न्स उत्तर प्रदेश के ज़्यादा झलकते हैं आपके पार्टी के लीडर्स के स्टेटमेंट्स में, बयान में, क्योंकि कई बार इस तरह के एक्शंस और इस तरह के स्टेटमेंट्स आ चुके हैं जो अब फिर से एक तरह से रिपीट किए गए हैं आज के एपिसोड में, जो ये दर्शाते हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं टेरर पे आपकी पार्टी अपीजमेंट की ओर ज़्यादा झुकती दिख रही है.
देखिए माधव, एक बात मान के चलिए, इस देश के अंदर में सबसे बड़ा आतंकवाद पता है क्या है? झूठ और जुमला. जिस दिन झूठ और जुमले का आतंकवाद इस देश से खत्म हो जाएगा, देश में शांति आ जाएगी. ये 2014 से इनके भाषण उठा लिए, चाहे शाहजाद पूनावाला हो, चाहे बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता हो, 2014 से एक ही बात बोल रहे हैं. जिस डिबेट में जाएंगे गिनी चुनी 4 घटनाएं हैं जिनको रटे बैठे हैं, और जिस डिबेट में जाएंगे उसी को गाते रहेंगे.
आपने मेरे सवाल का जवाब नहीं दिया.
देश कहाँ से? मैं जवाब,
आपने मेरे सवाल का जवाब नहीं दिया.
मैंने आपको एक ही जवाब में बोल दिया.
अपीजमेंट है कि नहीं है?
जिस दिन मैं कह रहा हूँ नहीं है, जिस दिन देश के अंदर झूठ और जुमले की राजनीति खत्म कर देगी भारतीय जनता पार्टी, उस दिन इस देश के अंदर में शांति हो जाएगी. अरे यहाँ पे एक्सप्रेस पे हमने बनाया, ये आपको
इसलिए हर चुनाव हार रहे हैं. यहाँ पर टीवी पर आकर भाषण देने का
हमने बनाया कि मेट्रो पे कौन जाता है, रिवर वी फंड हमने बनाया, धर्म देख के बनाया.
शर्म करिए, जिला पंचायत
धर्म देख के बनाया.
All right.
हमने अपनी
कितनी सीटें.
All right. I think this debate pretty much sums up where the issue is at the moment. We are completely out of time. I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us this evening. Sanju Verma stays with us for debate number 2.